CLIMAFIX 2025. We're very happy to host you. So if you're here, that means you really love something about climate, or you're doing something great in climate, or you want to help somebody in something about climate, right? So we want to know what is the purpose that's driving you to be in this space. Please introduce yourselves and let us know.
So my name is Tiger Asther. I'm a founder of Ambienta Private Limited. We work in the climate space because somebody has to bring solutions for India that is for India and made in India. We can't just keep relying on external parties to bring solutions out here. And at CLIMAFIX, I'm here to meet all the interesting people and see all the innovation that's going on here. This is, I think, one of the places where you can interact with people, hear ideas, share ideas, and also, find people who might come in and invest with you. So it's a great experience.
That's amazing. We would love to know more about what you do at Ambienta.
So at Ambienta, we work on cooling without warming the planet. Our primary objective is to make air conditioners obsolete with an indigenous technology that is scalable and can go from residential all the way to commercial industrial.
So how is your journey with Ambienta going?
Good. We're like 2 years into the market. We already have traction, and we are at that point where we are now growing.
What is the purpose that brings you here today? Please introduce yourselves and let us know.
So, my name is Rohit. I'm a chartered accountant. I've been into corporate job 14 years, and last year we started our own startup consulting field. So, it's been just 1 year we are into this field. But yes, the India story is growing, right? And if you keep the tech part apart, there's a lot of things which India is good at, right? One is manufacturing, and another is the agriculture. So when we talk about agriculture, it's not only the grassroots level which we are thinking about the multiple facets of the environmental impact startups, right? Like the climate tech startups, the space tech, the drone, the deep tech, and the climate is the now. I mean, with the government policies across the globe, favoring the environmental factors into picture. I think there's a big story for India to play in this sector, and that is why when I got a call from IIT Madras when they invited me for this event, I snappily said that why not, right? And when I'm seeing the products they're developing, it's mind-boggling. I've not seen products like this in my life, so I definitely feel that they have a thinking to play, the role to play in the overall nation building in this particular field. So yes.
Here we have the rock star of CLIMAFIX 2025 and all different editions with us. We know you're doing amazing things in this space. First, we want you to introduce yourself and give a background. And what is the purpose that drives you towards contributing to this space?
Sure, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Satya Seshadri. I'm a faculty at IIT Madras. I run the Energy Consortium here. While we set it up 4 years ago, Narsi and I ideated to see while there is research that's happening, for the folks that's doing the real translation work, and that's the first CLIMAFIX, which was a discovery that we did. And to our surprise, we were expecting some 50-60 companies, but we ended up with more than 200. And even interesting is a lot more investor interest that came in. So that's what led to our expanding, expanding editions of CLIMAFIX. I think last year we also said we need the last bit who is going to be recipients of the technology. So this year you probably saw a lot more industries are here, and our intention is how do we translate? For me, what drives my motivation is I am a converted academic. I spent a lot of time in the industry. Now I'm back in academics, and my intention is to take all of that's happening in academia across India to the market. So this is one great platform to expose it. But what we also do a lot is help build active ventures. One of the venture studio we set up is called Indus DC, which works with faculty at least for right now from IITM, but eventually from other institutes in India. To build ventures around the deep tech research that they've made. So that's what I think is all about CLIMAFIX.
It's a lot of steps and a lot of enabling a lot of entrepreneurship. So what do you think are 3 top problems in climate that we have to solve immediately?
One, I think we need durable storage, which can more or less get us power, renewable energy on demand. I think the second one is we do not have but on the ground implementation, if you really track, it's very, very small. So really deep implementation expertise. And the third problem is for us to figure out how to monetize the work we do. one of the challenge where a lot of the work that we do remains in the margins is because it is not as monetizable as the mainstream energy sources. So I think that pathways of monetization, implementation, and the translation we do, I think these are the three challenges.
Very, very well said. I think the structure of it is really something that we can bring to reality. So, when you look at institutions which are an example, IIT Research Park and the infrastructure around entrepreneurship and enabling entrepreneurship has been a huge example for a lot of other institutions, other incubators. If you look at Tier 2, 3, 4, they would love to learn a lot from this space. So, what are some things that you suggest for entrepreneurs from coming from that sort of a background?
I think if you look at most of, I mean, it's very hard to replicate something that's already so mature. And if you try to do the same, you end up falling short. The way I look at it is the problems of energy transition are very local. So if you want to replicate this kind of ecosystem, you need to look around your neighborhood, look at the industries, look at the opportunities, because energy transition is very widespread, and build ecosystems for that community. And then you build ecosystems for network of communities. That's where you get scale. I can give you one example. If you know KIT, the Kalinga Institute of Technology, they have one of the best biotech incubator in the country, and not many people know about it, but a lot of biotech companies come out here because they picked up a local problem, local expertise, and scaled it. And I think tier 2, tier 3 are well positioned in the regions they want to transform. And if we are able to provide mentorship and they are able to receive the mentorship and localize them, that will be the best way to move forward.
So localization definitely is a huge impact in itself. When you talk about students and student entrepreneurs in climate space, what is one piece of advice you're giving them? What direction they can take?
Think deep. Don't go with what other people are telling you, because if somebody else already is talking quite a bit about it, there is already a lot of work that's happening. So use your own mind and think deep and validate the problem statement. I would say then get into action. Don't jump into action right away.
What is the purpose that drives you in this space? Please introduce yourself and let us know.
So I'm Prabhu Preet. I work with Climate Policy Initiative. So my motivation, basically, I was into traditional banking sector. My motivation to move to this sector was like, if my work contributes something to the uh, earth or maybe the betterment of society, then I should do that. So that was my basic motivation to move to this sector. And about this event, it's very recent that I've moved to climate sector, and it's, I think, a very good opportunity for someone new to the sector to know all the stakeholders, learn from their experiences, know all what role the stakeholders play, you know, contribute learning about the sector itself. You get to hear a lot of perspectives and from such experts, so it's